person who holds it the longest will then be victorious for Round Lake Beach. Now, I believe that there is another contest this evening, so we will find out the winner of the complete contest, and you will be notified via phone call or just a Sunday visit to Mike, your favorite bartender. I mean, my counter ring.
Thursdays, 8/7 Central on CBS.
On the count of three. 3, 2, 1, go.
Steelers suck.
Uh-oh. Who can make it?
This is great. For you guys who don't know, this is a Mr. and Mrs. combo right here.
Whoa!
So I think the loser will definitely be washing dishes tonight.
Mother, who never missed a cancer treatment. It takes support.
Oh, he's wiggling. He's wiggling.
Uh-oh.
Those Steelers fans, you gotta be careful.
Uh-oh. Look at that. She's got great form. She probably was in the Olympics.
They got such great form.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She probably was in the Olympics.
I wonder if it would be heavier if we actually put meat in these guys.
Did you do the Iron Cross?
Is that a little bit heavier weight for calorie?
Uh-oh, he's fading. He's fading.
You're gonna get beaten by a girl. For those of you waiting for cocktails, I apologize. I'm on a eating break.
No!
I don't know. What do you think, guys? Did he give? I feel like he gave.
Oh!
Congratulations to both of you.
Good catch.
That is a whopping 1 minute and 45 seconds.
Oh!
You are going to go home and massage her shoulders tonight, please. She won't need it. By the way, I know you guys already have 2 steins, but you are free to take those steins home with you. And I will go ahead and fill out the forms. We'll get back to you when you come visit me next Sunday.
All right.
All right, back to our Bears game. Let's go.
Yeah! The champion. That's what we do.
And there's more with that cake. Get in on the gridiron action with the official Octoberfest NFL. Enjoy the 140 packs with already cashed in $1 million. Download the app, try it for free, and make it rain. Want more stats? Just ask Siri.
Did you get that on video?
Uh-oh.
Welcome back to Soldier Field. For the second half.
Oh yeah, I got it streaming live.
Stellar day for either offense so far.
It's streaming live across the world.
Realized that this was going to be a handful against both these defenses. They're fast, they're physical, they don't make a lot of mistakes, but they give you a lot of big plays. You look at the quarterback comparison. Numbers are what they are.
All right, hold on. But it's still going on. Like this is live, still going on live. So when it's over, I'm gonna send you the video.
You see Snell?
What?
You sit here now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reception by tight ends, of course. You've got a really good
Yeah. See, Mike? Look. You're live. Right now, bro. So you did it live. So when it's over, I'm gonna send you the whole video. Oh shit, my bad.
Did you videotape us?
Yeah, it's streamed live. So we're streaming live.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah, so they got to watch you live.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, let me see where
What do you want, Facebook?
No, we're on YouTube live.
Oh, YouTube live.
Yeah. Everybody's like, what's going on in here? They're like, what is this? What are they doing? That's why I'm like, well, you in the Olympics or something? I'm like, you're like doing the Iron Cross. I'm like, man, that is strong.
Yeah, that hurt.
I know you heard him.
I dated a girl that was stronger than me. I had to make that a requirement. I had to be the strongest person in the family. She was stronger than me, and I found out at the worst time when she got angry.
Oh, yeah?
And she slammed, I had a Durango, she slammed the door, boom, and my whole Durango shook. And I said, I've never done that. I wasn't mad anymore. All of a sudden I was calm. I'm like, oh, it's okay, let's just forget about it. I'm trying to bring her to calmness. Jeez. I can't date somebody stronger than me. I'm in trouble. This is one crack news, James Smith. I don't know what you expected.
Those stills will carry you a long time.
Yeah, they will. I'll be like, man, I was like, I had to suffer the Randy Moss year.
That one I didn't think we had a
David
chance.
Tariq.
My wife set up the whole Super Bowl. I said, I'm just going to enjoy this. I hope it's a close
That
game at
ring
least.
for
I
the
did not
Giants
expect the Giants to win
is
that one.
worth more than probably 20 Super Bowls ever. They beat an undefeated team.
I know. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe they won that game.
I can't
was so
believe it.
shocked.
More than like $1 million, and then they get a David Tariq helmet. And he was working for the Giants. He was in the office, the front office, like doing some work and recruiting and kept him again. Kept him over there.
That's stuff they just love you forever. You know?
Yeah, because that was improbable. But the thing about it is that they played them the last game of the season.
Yeah.
And they got robbed that game. They got robbed that
Giants
game.
looked really good in that game.
Yeah, and then Moss got free on one play, and then they ended up winning. But they figured them out that game. And the fact that the Giants, and I remember that game, and I was like, I hope we don't play the Giants. And I hope we play Green Bay. And the Giants weren't supposed to be there. The kicker for Green Bay misses a chip shot field goal in the coldest game ever played outside in Lambeau to go to the Super Bowl. There was a chip shot, 30-yarder, and Favre got him down there, and then
the Giants missed 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. Remember Tynes?
Yeah,
It shouldn't have been. Both of those were missed.
Because the thing is, the game was too cold. They were like, it's too cold to be outside for this point. And that's when they were like, then why the hell are we able to play football?
Yeah.
And Tom Coughlin, man, his face was red.
I know, I got the game on DVD. I've watched it a handful of times.
Yes, and I'm like, gosh, Favre drives them all the way down, and I'm like, okay, this is it. Last kick at the end of regulation. They're going to win it. Green Bay's going to the Super Bowl.
If you don't
play New England.
If you watch that game and you don't know anything about football, and you're like, who do you think's the better quarterback? You know, if you watch just that game.
Oh, no?
Oh, man, Eli Manning's
Just said, what is it?
He
Because I saw
came
the
to
name.
play in that. I couldn't believe the way he just.
Then maybe
Brett Favre was cold. I watched that game at least 10, 15 times now.
Yeah.
Every play, and you see Brett Favre, he let the cold really got to Brett Favre.
Yeah. And in the overtime, he threw the pick six, and that's all people remember. And I was like, the kicker missed the field goal. They would have went to the Super Bowl. I was like, he had him there. It was a 30-something yard field goal, and he missed the chip shot. And then when he went to Minnesota, it was the same thing. The team fumbled like 50 times. I'm like, dude, it's like 50 fumbles. Adrian Peterson fumbled like 3 times. The wide receiver fumbled twice. I'm like, I've never saw this in a championship game ever.
Yeah, that was special. That was very special. That was special. I remember my wife set it all up. Look, she set up the Super Bowl with great food and everything. And I'm just gonna enjoy this. I'm not gonna.
Christian love to rub that in. Come on. The Giants are the only team to ever beat those Patriots. That's right. This is a true Giants fan. This is a true Giants fan. He's going to stand down through the good years and the bad years. He's going to be there when he comes back up.
Oh yeah, I was there with the Lawrence Taylor days. That's kind of the days for me.
Right, LT, man.
I didn't wear Lawrence Taylor today. I figured I'm gonna wear Eli today. And
He revolutionized that position. Oh, my.
I got a picture with my son and Lawrence Taylor together. That was right after Super Bowl 42. I took my son up and I had him sign my jersey.
Oh, okay.
And then he wasn't supposed to take pictures, but he saw that I had him sign to the Revis family, Lawrence Taylor, NYG. I think he kind of has a special spot. He's like, oh, this is a Giant fan. He's not trying to sell this jersey.
Right.
I said, hey, Lawrence, can I get a picture with my son? And his agent's like, wait, you can't, Lawrence, you can't do it. It's extra. And Lawrence's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
My son was 8 years old.
Right. Oh, wow. Come on off this. But yeah, see? You got to sign with LT. LT revolutionized that position. He's probably you know, he was voted probably in the top 10 greatest NFL players of all time.
Yeah.
He's in the top 10.
Yeah, he made number 3 of the greatest 100.
Yeah.
He was the number 1 defender. They rated him the number 1 defender.
Number 1. There's never been a player like him on defense ever. He revolutionized that position.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to create new blocking patterns to try to stop Lawrence Taylor. When he was in his heyday, it was just like, it was child's play.
Oh, it was.
But the offense was there, and like Phil Simms is great.
Yeah.
But Phil Simms' problem is he needed the right running back. And I was like, if they get a running back in there, and the running back ended up getting MVP in that Super Bowl, because he was incredible that game.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, he needed that. I was like, Phil Simms just needs a running back who can get him about a good 4 or 5 yards, and it can take some pressure off him.
Wonder Phil.
Yep.
He was really good in that
Okay,
Super Bowl
man,
21. Super Bowl 21. He was 22 for 25 with 2 drop passes.
Yep.
22 for 20. He outdid John Elway.
Yeah.
That day.
That is why Parcells is like, I'm sticking with Phil Simms because he can make the throws. This is why Dak Prescott, they were reluctant on Dak. Because there's certain throws Dak Prescott can't make.
Yeah.
And the thing is about Dallas just, it's all like social media fans. Dak needs to be more of a passer. He's a passer. He's not a passer. He never was. In his whole collegiate career, he never was. He was never like Russell Wilson. Y'all think Dak is like Russell Wilson? He's not. Russell Wilson can read 3, 4, 5 different things and put balls in spots that his receivers can get to. And he'll take off and he'll run just enough to get what he needs. Dak Prescott was more of a running threat, one option. He'll make one read and that's it. And he zones in on that read. That was the quarterback he was in college. That's the quarterback he is now. And they're trying to keep him in the pocket and make these all type of reads. This is why when the game is early, when they run in these plays, Dak gets in trouble. Because Dak doesn't understand. They're doing different reads, different coverages. They're disguising different things because they know what he's bad at.
Yeah.
So now when the game gets out of hand and they're down by 14, 20, or 20-some points, now they're going to give you the under. They're going to play cover. They're going to make you burn the clock. So he's getting all these arcade points and yardages, but it's fake. It's false. This guy's not going to lead you to a championship. And Dallas, you can't tell them that. They don't know any better.
I know my wife likes Dak Prescott. My wife's a Giants.
He's a good inspirational leader. Like, I like his toughness. You know, like nothing gets to him. You know, like he's like, okay, don't worry, we'll improve next week. We'll get better. You know, I like that. He's a good locker room guy. But he's the type of guy to be a backup quarterback to somebody else. So him wanting the $40 million, the reason why is because he got the numbers to get the $40 million, and everybody else has got the $40 million. Like his numbers are better than the guys that's getting the money. Yeah. Because the thing is, if it's all about the numbers, you got to look at the situations. So this is why Dallas don't want to pay him. They're seeing that he's only doing these comebacks when they're down 30. And then they're giving you all these yards. You know, like, they're like, look, we're
That
up.
definitely happened today.
Right, it happened all this season. Every game this
That
season.
Atlanta one too,
Atlanta
I'm sure.
one, every game.
I can't believe Atlanta blew that when I heard about how they blew it. Atlanta
That
was
was
watching the
the
ball
ball.
go.
Yeah. Drop on the ball. What are you doing? It's an onside kick. The ball's live. Are you gonna wait till it goes 10? Drop on it.
That was pretty amazing. I couldn't believe it
Right.
when I saw that. They were watching it go 10 yards. Like,
And that is their only victory. They will be 0-4 right now.
yeah, right.
They haven't
yeah.
even played the Ravens yet. I'm like, imagine when you play the teams like the Ravens, what they're gonna do to that secondary. Everybody knows that secondary is Swiss cheese.
I think we got something going here right now.
Yep.
Well, that 3 and out
Third and
sucked
one.
for the Giants, though.
Yeah, you can't go 3 and out. But man, it's when Saquon went down, I was like, oh god. Now it's against us, the Bears. I was watching that game and I said, geez, I didn't want to see that happen to him. But I blame your cowboy that they should have never brought over here.
Oh, Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett, because this is a Jason Garrett decision. You got a running back that is very good at running straight down the middle. He does not to run side to side. That's not what you do with Saquon Barkley. He has legs the size of logs. Once he gets momentum going forward, it's hard to tackle him. It's easier to tackle him if you got him running parallel. And I'm like, what are you doing? You got him running angles on the sidelines. That's throwing him passes out there on the sideline. I'm like, you're making it easier for the defender. It's harder to stop that guy in motion. You give him the ball, let him run the power I, and get out of the way. Because he's coming. And that's where he was good at last year, because he had a coach who understood football and how to run the ball. He did the same thing as Ezekiel Elliott last year.
Yeah,
And I'm like, Jason Garrett has to go.
You know, my favorite running back of all time, the Giants, watching the Giants for all the years, my favorite out of all of them, Ahmad Bradshaw. That guy was something, man. No one really talks about him, but boy, he was such a freaking firecracker. I mean, granted, he split him with Brad and Jacobs, but the guy was awesome, man.
Yeah,
he was such
he got a lot of yards, but I like the way Jacobs was. But I think Jacobs, just the injuries got to him.
Yeah, Jacobs, I love Bradshaw.
Got his heart. Bradshaw was the workhorse, though.
He was a workhorse, man.
Yeah.
I never seen anything. I mean, Bradshaw. Tiki Barber was very good. He was good. I couldn't, those last 2 years,
he was too soft to me.
But when they would contact him and figure out his fumble problem, he ended up having 1,600 plus rushing yards both years, and then he leaves, and he was 46% of the offense.
Right.
And there, damn it.
And that was the thing. Oh, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's it.
Jesus Christ. That was that Crump. Yep. People Crump.
He was 46% of the offense when he left. That's what it was. 44 to 46%.
Yeah, because they ran
guy.
everything through Tiki.
I told my wife, oh my God, the Giants are gonna suck. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because of him. When he went to NBC, he took that plus job, and then all he would do was bash the Giants. And it pissed Eli off. Whenever when he took a stand against him on the show, I never forget that. And he's like, dude, you're bashing us. He's like, dude, you were in the locker room with us. You know, that's just a certain thing. You've been in the trenches, so you know how hard it is. Why would you go out and it's like every week you're bashing the Giants? It's like, what are you talking about? So he rallied the team together.
Yeah.
Tiki Barber actually rallied the Giants together by bashing them every week, and they came together and said, you know what, F him. We're keeping him out the locker room. So they kicked Tiki Barber out of the Giants locker room. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen, because he got the job on NBC, and all he would do was talk about how bad the Giants were and jump all over the Giants. So the Giants finally, Eli stood up and came on the field like, dude, it's like, you're bashing us every week. It's like, what the hell? You don't got no other stories? So the other teammates, they were way more like, dude, you were the problem. I'm like,
yeah. Well, he said how Eli Manning was comical when he was standing up as a leader, and then Eli Manning actually said, well, we didn't nothing was said when Tiki Barber said he was going to retire in the middle of the season.
Right. Right, and then I love the way he stood up to him.
Yeah, Strahan, like, Strahan was like, oh shit.
And that rallied the team together. That brought the team in to realize Eli was in it with him. And that's when it was like, okay, he's with us, you know, and they rallied behind Eli. And that's when the team came together and they actually won the Super Bowl. And it just shocked the world, but that's what
they
brought
shocked
it
the world.
And
They
did
shocked
it without Tiki. Tiki didn't get a ring. He didn't deserve it. And I was like, that's what you did. Your attitude goes a long way. They would have given him a ring. The Giants would have given him a ring. Just to say, hey, you know, Tiki, for a lot of years, you know, your disrespect is why you didn't get one. And he got fired from NBC. And Strahan ended up and did better than him, and he was jealous of it. And they had a talk. Him and Strahan had a talk, and he was like, "Why I didn't get it?" It was like, because you were screwing the girl at NBC, and you ruined your marriage, and you end up dating the girl from NBC. So NBC didn't like that, you know, the adultery thing. They didn't want that controversy there. So it was all on Tiki. But once again, somebody else's fault, not Tiki Barber.
I didn't know Tiki Barber was asking for it. He was asking for a ring? He was like upset he didn't get one? Or what?
No, he
I
wasn't
couldn't believe
upset. The Giants were going to present it.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
You know, they were going to say Tiki's a scout or advisor, and they were going to get him a ring.
The guy really shouldn't have. I mean, my wife and I go to New Jersey to watch Giant games, and we still boo him. I mean, Cassandra, I stopped booing Tiki Barber. It's been a while. Not the rest of the fans, you know. And then you got Lawrence Taylor, you know, totally does a lot of bad things off the field. Still, everybody loves him.
Yeah, that's LT. Right.
I mean, he still gets the standing ovation.
I don't think he's ever been called Lawrence in New York ever. He's LT, and that's it.
Yeah, I do like how he knows he's screwed up a lot. You know, he's messed up his marriage.
And that's how
he messed up
everybody
his kids don't respect him. It's terrible. He's like a good guy that, like they say, a good guy from Williamsburg, Virginia, goes to the big city and they just eat him up, man.
They ate him up, and he wasn't ready for that life. And I felt his pain because, and then that's why people in New York, they you know, they've been through these experiences too. So they like, he's just a regular guy, you know, he's just going through it like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, so they relate to that.
Yep, he's like a hillbilly boy
But
from Williamsburg,
Tiki has
Virginia.
always been the kind of the snobbish guy, you know.
he has been pretty
Right,
snobbish,
you know, and he started, you know, when she had the affair with the girl at NBC and started messing with her and messed up his marriage, got a divorce, and he wondered why NBC fired him, and his media career didn't take off the way he expected it, and how Strahan just got in it just like off a whim, and next thing you know, why is that? They gonna count that? Oh, great.
Yeah, they count. Well, maybe not. I'll look back at it.
But yeah, and then Strahan is making multi-million-dollar deals in broadcasting a year, and Tiki's just jealous, and he's talking to Strahan, and he's like, you know, isn't this weird? You know, I got into broadcasting. I went to broadcasting school and took all these classes, and you just come up here and, you know, you have like no pronunciation, nothing. You just take off, you know. Personality, buddy.
Yeah.
Strahan got it.
Yeah,
They wanted Strahan to get his tooth fixed and get that gap in the middle of his tooth fixed.
He never said no. Yeah, he's like, nope.
Not gonna do it.
You know, he likes to look.
Tiki did. Tiki went and did all the perfections that they asked him. Strahan said it's his signature, which it was. It was part of his signature, his personality.
That's my wife's favorite player, Michael Strahan. She loves him.
Strahan's a great guy, and did you catch him in the right moment? Like, I normally catch him at boxing fights, like, all the time. Though.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
No, he's a great boxing fan, so you'll catch him in Vegas all the time watching him fight. If you had a boxing fight, Strahan would be right there. I'm like, man, he was standing right next to me, and I didn't even know it. They were looking at somebody else coming in, and Strahan was coming in with everybody else, and he was right next to me. I'm like, why is Strahan? Yeah,
Wow.
and he was like, just don't take a picture. He's like, that's gonna bring people over.
What a life, huh? It's like a life like that. It's just entertainment until you die.
Yeah.
It's like it's entertainment until you die. There is no 40-hour work week with those people.
Yeah, that's a good one. Who is that? Now that's the person that need to get the ball to right there. That's a great play. Give it to him and let him go. Yep. Halfback pass. Boom. Go. He's got wheels. Let him go.
Yeah,
See, that's what Brady does. Just take what the defense gives you until you get down. That's Antonio Freeman. Okay, yeah, from Atlanta. Use Freeman. This is what he's good for. Hit Freeman in those passes, those little short 5-6 yard routes. Brady will milk the clock as long as he can.
This is it right here.
No, see, you're thinking big play. You don't need a big play. This is all right.
That might be a hold though on the offense.
Yeah, it probably was. But see, this is how Brady beats you. This is how he beat Patrick Mahomes. And if they'd have played them, he would have beat Patrick Mahomes again. It's time of possession. It's old school football.
It's on the defense.
Yep. This is how Tom was able to beat Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs are very explosive, but they score too fast. It's like a video game. Tom Brady will lure their defense to sleep, keeping them on the field, and time of possession wears them out. That defense is huffing and puffing, and now they can't keep up because Tom Brady is taking what the defense is giving them. They're making them work three downs to get first downs, and they're every down, and they're just 6-minute drives. 6-minute drives.
Who did they beat today? They came
back and beat the Chargers. That quarterback they got from the Chargers, good play. See, there you go. That's all you have to do. They could have been doing this all game long, going to Freeman. Freeman lives for these plays.
If they can get this touchdown, they don't need to really go for the 2-point. They will anyways, but they'll still have a chance if they can't burn it. They don't burn any of these timeouts. I haven't seen the Giants score a touchdown since week 2.
Yeah, but I think they're kind of figuring out what they can do, and I don't know why.
They have been doing well against the Rams, though.
Right.
Yeah, the Giants' offense has turned it on against the Rams.
Donta Freeman is the guy that can catch out of the backfield. He's a better catcher of the football than he is a runner to me. I wouldn't use him for blocks. Get out of here. God, dog. Davey, you got to make up a decision to go.
Burns clock and everything.
Actually not Foles' fault. The offensive line of the Colts is actually, the Bears is actually pretty bad tonight. They failed Foles tonight because the offensive line is getting destroyed out here by the Colts. And the Colts is actually better than what people think defensively. They're actually the number 1 team in scoring for defense. The Colts have the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL.
Oh, really?
They're very tough. They scored 16 points last week, the defense by themselves. They had 2 big sixes. I was like, this team is ferocious on defense this year. The only thing is the offensive line has got to give Foles some time.
This is 2-down territory right here for the Giants. This is kind of game right here.
Oh, yeah. It's 4-down territory for sure. So you got to get at least half of it down. Screen pass, screen. There you go. No, that's not Donta. See, that's not Freeman. Falk's not going to get that right now. All right, it's the game. I got to go to the gym. Oh, yeah. Working with a monster. Goddamn right.
I'm concerned. I am concerned about you.
Beer goes with me everywhere I go. I was drinking as I was listening.
I'm worried about you.
And I was live.
They gave us a chance right there.
Yeah, it was a penalty.
Oh yeah, we punted it to them, but
We punted it.
Giants punted it, yeah, or not punted it. They went for it on fourth and didn't get it.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
there's the timeouts they have, and then this guy he just went out of bounds. That's how they might have a chance for another drive.
Yeah.
They got to stop him here though.
I'm listening to everybody's football advice. Yeah, you're right. The New York Giants were the killers. That's right. They were those killers of the division.
I can't. What's the Eagles' record?
The Eagles is like they're 1-3 right now.
That's crazy.
That's the thing. They were one game out. The Cowboys are 1-3. They should be 0-4. Dallas, I mean Philly, they're terrible. They're like 1-2. They lose tonight. They be 1-3. Right. So the Giants still get a shot. They're only a game out. They could win this whole division. Oh, that would be icing on the cake. I would laugh so hard if the Cowboys, all the money they spent, Lawrence has took that money and disappeared.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Wow, Daniel Jones, you got another chance.
Yep. Come on, Jones. Let's see.
I like this toughness. I do. I like that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the
still
Rams
really
are
young.
tough, and they played them tough today. This is probably the best game they've played this season. And the thing is that they had no OTAs, no preseason, and this is basically a rookie quarterback, you know?
Yeah, and a rookie head coach. That's
Yeah. And then Jason Garrett, you know, who you don't need calling any offensive play.
I like the experience that the offensive coordinator had. I wasn't upset that they had him. I did not want him as the head coach.
I don't want him as offensive coordinator because he runs these elementary plays. There you go. There, go. He wants to get out of bounds. Yeah, he was running to get out of bounds. He could have turned that in. All right. I would have turned.
15 more out would have been nice.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Yep. That's a great start. It's finally, but this is what I hate. Why do you wait now to open up the playbook? That play was there earlier in this game. You know, it's like
He had to hold on to that ball quite a long time, though. You know that?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones, I mean, that was the line that actually showed up in the second half.
Yeah.
Dan Donald was not getting in there.
it's only on certain ones when the coverage breaks, you got to take off. Jones got to go. Take what the defense gives you. But he's young, so he wants to stay in there to make that big play. It's like you got to take what they give you. You got another down. That's one thing I learned about Brady, that experience. Take the day. It's another down. You got to take with it. You might get 2 yards. Hey, next time we got to block better. But we got to make it on the next one.
You're a big Brady fan. You follow him his whole career.
Oh, yeah. I said, this guy's incredible. Well, all it takes is him beating your teams. I said, man, I watched this dude do surgery in the game.
Watch Super Bowl 46 again. Man, Tom Brady and Eli Manning were both dynamite in that Super Bowl. I mean, it was right when it's 9-0 Giants. And then Tom Brady goes on 2 drives. Unbelievable drives. And I was like, fuck, I think the fucking Patriots are going to win this. Eli Manning was incredible.
He wouldn't let it go. He
Eli
was like,
Manning was really good in that.
yeah, he was.
That season, a lot of people don't realize that year, the Giants' rush offense was ranked 32nd. The total pass defense, or the total defense for the Giants was ranked 27th, and the pass offense that year was ranked 4th. The Giants' pass offense carried that team, and then the whole team came together in the playoffs. Eli Manning was fantastic. He really was. Justin talked, he thought he should have won MVP.
Yeah,
but Tom Brady was so good, and Aaron Rodgers was so good. But Eli Manning outplayed both of them in those games. It was a great year. It was a great year, man. That was my favorite.
And that's why I always call him Sharon Rodgers. He's so overrated too because he always fails in the big games. He got that one fluke year in the wild card. He got surprise everywhere. And they won. Yeah. Ever since then, they've been number one and all this number one team. And what happened? They get knocked out first, second round. Because he does not. The team does not rally behind him. He's divisive. He's very divisive to his team. And the players have all come out. Jennings, the guy who was basically won you the Super Bowl ring, he had a great Super Bowl that year. And you bashed it. I mean, this guy, he's just like Aaron Rodgers is not a guy his personality is a guy you can't deal with if you're a player. You know, and you don't get along with him. And he doesn't get along with his players. And he's so isolated. He's weird, you know. He's not like Brett. You know, like Brett is a football guy. You know, like
Brett Favre?
Yeah, Brett's different. So that these guys gonna fight for you. You know, the Patriots is like, man, F this guy. He's an a-hole. You know, why am I gonna fight for him? We win good, but if I'm not good, he's sure to lose this break. You know, this guy, I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. None of his teammates. His former linebackers coach was saying before they let him go.
Oh my God, he got on it.
Yeah, run it. First down.
That's what I thought he was going to get caught back there.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get killed.
When it breaks down, don't try to stay. You got to go.
I thought he was going to
Well, we sent the blitz. You got to go. Get out of there. Stand and go.
Okay, man, this is really nice.
That's another. Oh, God, you got to hold on to that.
This is better than last week when we were getting our butts whipped to all the backups to the 49ers. I didn't believe I left early in the fourth. That was so disgusting. I never leave early. They were so bad. And then at the end, I'm like, oh, let's see if they scored a garbage touchdown. They scored. They were terrible last week.
That's how you know a team's going to come back the next week. Because, you know, they all got rings.
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping that was going to happen. Yeah. And they did. They showed up at least.
They showed up because, I mean, they held the Rams offense to 17 points. And the Rams could score. There you go. Right. Take what they give you. Go. There you go. Get out of bounds. See, there you go. You take what they're giving you. If the offensive line breaks down, you got to get out of there.
I don't think Daniel Jones is going to survive this season. He's going to get hurt. I mean,
he might, but I like he's ready to compete. You know, he's competitive.
I do like the fighting.
Right.
He is a good fighter.
Yeah.
I like how Eli got to teach him all year last year. I thought it set up really nice. You know.
Yeah.
And Eli got one last game. I liked the last year, even though it was a terrible year. I liked how it all set up. I went to Eli's, not his last game, the game against Buffalo, when Buffalo was awesome. I went out to New Jersey to watch that one. I would have loved to see the Miami. You know, when he got.
And that's what sucked. The Giants let all the players go to Buffalo. That all those players in Buffalo were supposed to be in New York. Good catch. All right, hurry up to the line. Hurry up.
Got a lot of time. They had a timeout. That's kind of.
Yep. Score here and go for two.
I'd just be happy to see him score.
We'll back it out. Good pass. Did he make it?
Picked off.
Oh, that picked off? Oh,
You got it.
they read it.
They read it, and he could have probably ran that.
That's what I mean. Take the next down. Take what they gave you. But hey, I like it. He competed.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
You wanted somebody that's going to compete with you.
Mike. I got check, please.
Yep. Check, please.
He just stared at this guy so much there. That was a great play. That was a great.
Yeah, sometimes you got to give a kudos to the defense.
That was great.
But he can't. Not for me. I mean, I was just saying it. I'm still drinking. I was just getting my space balls on. Check, please. Unfortunately, we still got another quarter to go. The NBA Finals is tonight. I wouldn't even know because it's NFL mode. The NBA, like, they need to just really just cancel the season. Right, it's like you don't go up against football, and definitely you don't go up against baseball playoffs. Are you crazy? You might as well shut the tent down. You have no shot. Because if you think I'm going to miss MLB or the NFL to see LeBron James, are you kidding me? I'm like the most overrated player in the history of the game that you're trying to shove down everybody's throat? No, you can keep that.
Yeah, I don't follow much basketball. Not
You're
like
smart.
I used to. I am.
Right, because there's nothing there. I mean, the thing that's there, they don't even promote. They just want to promote this one guy who's not even. Oh, he's just an egotistical, narcissistic maniac. He gets on your nerves. LeBron, such a baby.
Who was they talking about?
LeBron James. Oh, he's horrible.
I don't care for him.
Horrible. His arrogance is just thinks he. I'm like, Jordan never called himself the best. I'm like, everybody else said he's the best. Or Kobe, they say, oh, those guys were great. They never say that about themselves.
Yeah, right.
You got to tell everybody you're great because you know deep down inside you're not. You're not great. You're an overrated bum. You have no moves. They have to change the rules so that you can actually be great. I'm like, if this game was played like it was in the 90s with the physical Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers, would you be able to go up against them or the Detroit Pistons, the bad boy Pistons, or even the Celtics, the old school Celtics teams? I'm like, no way. He wouldn't have survived. Mentally, he would have cracked. He couldn't hold it.
That old school Celtics team was awesome.
Oh, man, you got DJ, you got Parrish, you got.
Bears game is pathetic, man.
Yeah, they look really bad. I mean, but then again, the Colts are underrated defensive team.
Trubisky probably would have played better this game.
Well, now it's the fourth quarter, right? This is when the Bears wake up.
Yeah, this is when Trubisky.
3 touchdowns in like 5 minutes.
Right, that's when you throw Trubisky in and he can throw 3 touchdowns.
Well, yeah, watch that.
But the problem is the Colts defense is actually good this season. And people don't realize it. They're the number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. They're 2-1. Since they lost, I think they lost the first game of the season, and then they figured everything out. The defense has been clicking. I'm going for it. Why the hell are we punting on 4th and 2 in the 4th quarter? You don't trust the quarterback to get 4 yards? You're going to give the ball back to Rivers? What it is. Oh, tonight numbers will be terrible. The NBA ratings are down 50%. 50% to last year. And they're trying to blame, oh, it's COVID. I'm like, COVID? There's more people at home now. So they would be watching if they wanted to watch it.
Yeah, you can't blame that on COVID.
Right. They're at home, so they can watch it.
I heard that's a Sunday night football game last week. I heard that was down like 20%.
Yeah, it was down 20% because the Sunday night football game, because it really wasn't that great. But I watched it. It was like the Dolphins, I think they were playing somebody, so it was down like 20%. But when Brady plays, the numbers are through the roof. Brady versus Breeze was the highest. That number was higher than the Super Bowl. Do you understand? The first game of the season, that number was through the roof. That number was up there with the Super Bowl. That's how big that game was. And that was the first game of the season. So when Brady plays, them numbers go through the roof. You know why? Because the NFL is not catered around one player. They're catered around team.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. When we try to make individuals leave, individuals get hurt.
Look at this.
Oh, they're still fighting? Oh, holy shit. They're still fighting at the end of the game.
Well, that's because Donald was getting in.
Yeah, he
Our
poked him.
lineman's
Yeah, he poked
face,
him in the face. He poked him in the eye. I knew that was gonna blow up eventually.
There goes a couple more of our players next week now.
Hey, but I like that fight, man. Hey, look, you got to stand your ground. I mean, I expected another guy to come lay down or out. Oh man, they still got it going over here. They still got the game going over there, and they're showing you what's happening in the aftermath. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, he got real rugged. They had a guy from the bench come over from the Giants get in there. Now I like that. He came to defend his guy. He came off the bench to go defend his guy. I like that. That's what I like. You know, hey, you on the bench and say, hey, you ain't gonna just take shots at our offensive lineman. You know, I expected another offensive lineman to come lay down or out.
I thought the Rams were getting to him in the first half, but then all of a sudden, like the Giants showed better like cardio in the second half. Like
Yeah.
they started dying out, the Giants were winning the
Man,
war.
it took the one big play to Cup. They only had the one big play to Cup. That was it. In the second half, that was it. That's all they had. And it just was enough to hold off the offense. But I think when Jones realizes that, okay, I'm just going to take what they're giving me, work the downs. That's what you want to do. You want to work the downs. You got 3 downs to get things done. You don't have to get everything done on 1 down. That's a mistake a lot of young quarterbacks make. They try to get a first down on every pass. You know, like I got to get over 10 yards. I got to get over a big play. You know, I got to make something happen. Take what they're giving you. Take the 3 yards. Take the 4. You got 3 downs to get 10. You know, that's how you got to have that in your mind. And that's how Tom is, man. Tom Brady is obsessive with going over plays every night. Like his wife was telling him, like, you're not doing OTAs anymore.
I guess I should have turned off the microphone.
Yeah, she's like, you can't do OTAs anymore because you've just gone too much. Because that's how meticulous he is when it comes to perfecting the plays and learning the book and going over and over plays. He studies film. Like I'm like, when Tom is done, he's gonna be somewhere in a film room working because he's obsessed with watching film. That's just how he gets better. He rewinds the play, winds it back. I'm like, most people, they couldn't deal with it. He loves that part of the game. He actually has a love for doing it. You know, he wants to get better. He wants to know why this didn't work. He wants to know what happened. So he rewinds it, watches it again. Once you get a quarterback like that, the only person that was like that he ran into was Peyton Manning, and that's when they became good friends after everything over. He's like, oh, you're like me. Peyton sees it all. Peyton's like a mechanic with the plays, you know. But the thing is, if your receivers are not doing the same thing and you can't get them on the level, that was Peyton's problem. Peyton couldn't get the receivers to buy in. Only certain of them, Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, they got it. They knew the plays back and forth. Other receivers that you bring in, new guys every year, you got to stay on them. You got to work with them. And that's something Peyton didn't do, is work with them in the off season. And that it would cost them in big games. And that's why they felt like they underachieved in Indianapolis. They should have won. Indianapolis coach should have won about 2-3 Super Bowls, to be honest. They blew it a lot. They wouldn't have won the one against the Bears.
Yeah, that one did not start off well for the.
And hello, good afternoon, good evening, Buffalo Wild Wings guests and Niners. It's Mike on the mic, your favorite bartender. And I know we just did a contest. It was a great contest. Not a lot of participants. Nonetheless, it was fun. I have one more special announcement. I was just informed that today is a very special day. For somebody here now with us here at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right.
I'm uncertain of his name, so I'm going to ask. But sir, I need to know, what is your name? Lloyd. Today, Lloyd is celebrating a very special day. No, it's not his anniversary. He doesn't remember that one. But today is his birthday. So I need to solicit all of you guys and your voices, because I can't talk without the microphone. But on the count of 3, I ask that you all help me sing happy birthday to Lloyd so he can celebrate and his missus can embarrass the hell out of him. With that being said, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday
Do it for Lloyd.
Alright, maybe next week.
Yep. But I like your loyalty. See, that's what I like, man. Loyalty. That's missing nowadays.
Giants, Cowboys next week.
Woo!
I don't know when that is.
Hey, both guys, hey, they got the basically their first win will be against the Cowboys. Oh, that would be lovely.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Because they'll be tied for first.
The defense is showing up. I don't know.
Oh my God, it'll be tied for first. I would love to see that. Oh my God, if they beat the Cowboys next week, then it will be over. It's all over. My buddy will have to shut down his page. He went totally blank. Everybody sending him messages. He's like, I'm like, you're not gonna hear from him this week. Something's gotta go. I'm like, yeah, why we ain't got Earl Thomas? I'm like, every year it's always one player you guys missing. You bought everybody else.
But this is what I say to my wife. I'm like, hey, we've been down players before, but good teams can figure it out.
Right.
You know, we've been down some big player with the Giants, and they won. You know, Tiki Barber was left and then the year after they win this. You know,
Right.
I like Tom Coughlin. I really liked him. I thought he was a good coach.
He was a great coach. Tom Coughlin knows football. But I don't know why they ran him out of town. It just
Yeah, he didn't get along with the owner. I could tell. You could see it. Tom, he says things that kind of, he almost didn't get hired. So John Mara is listening to Tom Coughlin in the interview. And John's like, who is this guy? I mean, Tom starts going off. He goes off on rants, you know. And he does it on the interview. And John was not going to hire him initially. But they ended up hiring him, you know. And it didn't turn out good for him. He's so strict, you know. But he was everything was very well organized.
right.
You know?
He's a stickler to the rules.
It's one of the hugest games, you know. And Bradshaw's like he was late or something. He missed a practice, benched the whole first quarter, you know. And, you know, you can hear, and then the analysts on Sunday Night Football are like, they're kind of questioning Tom, like holding out one of their best players, you know. But that's Tom Coughlin, because he's strict, man.
Yeah, he is. He's old school. He's a stickler to the rules. That's what you need, discipline. And he turned the Jacksonville Jaguars into monsters. They went to the AFC Championship game against the Patriots, and they should have won. They were favorites. And Brady came in and won that game, and they went to the Super Bowl. But he put the players on there. He scouted them. Tom, I'm like, that guy knows football. You need that mind in somewhere in that organization.
I'm trying to figure out when he's eligible for the Hall of Fame. I think he'll definitely make the Hall of Fame. I don't think there's any doubt with him. It's like up in the air with Eli. I think it's going to take him a few times if he gets it. I don't know if he's going to get it or not. If either one goes, I'm going to go.
Troy Aikman got in, he's getting in.
That's what I thought, too. That's what I said. I mean, Troy Aikman.
Use Troy Aikman as argument, he's getting in.
Yeah.
2 Super Bowls, and his numbers are better than Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
He's getting in.
That's what I thought the same thing. I was like,
Troy Aikman is the new standard. I was like, he should not be in the Hall of Fame. I've said it 1,000 times. I said, Troy Aikman should not be in the Hall of Fame.
His record is unbelievable. If you look at his record, that really stands out against Eli, because Eli's just 500. But then Troy Aikman had a lot more offensive players than Eli's had.
Exactly.
You don't realize.
He had the #1 offensive football line in the Hogs. No, the Skins had the Hogs, but they had it too, man. With Newton and all those guys like those, they had the #1 offensive line. You couldn't penetrate that offensive line. How in the hell he won? I'm like, he won 3 Super Bowls. That's why he's in there. I'm like, okay, well, Eli won 2.
I started looking at
Eli went to 2 Super Bowls and won them both. He didn't lose them.
I look at all the wide receivers Eli's had. Remember Steve Smith?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. For the Giants, not for the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay.
The other Steve Smith.
You talking about the other
He
one?
was phenomenal with the Giants.
And he was known as the other
make.
Steve
He
Smith.
goes to the Eagles. He's gone. Victor Cruz can't even make the Bears team.
Yeah.
I mean, they caught lightning in a bottle with him. He was an undrafted free agent. Hakeem Nicks, Mario Manningham, both. They go to other teams. It's like, there's a lot of these players that all of a sudden they leave the Giants and then they don't show anything. And Odell's starting to show up, but I was starting to wonder then. I'm like, well, maybe
Right. Nobody's left and done anything.
Odell's really good.
Right. Well, Odell still really hadn't done anything.
No, he
He
had
had
that
it
good
today.
game
Today he had 3 touchdowns, and then he'll make 3 commercials
But
about it.
before that, he hasn't done much.
Oh yeah.
It's like I really.
Odell has
I-
always been overrated to me.
I try to push for Eli, like, you know, he's a little better than, you know, you got to get past the retarded look. You get past that retard, you know, a lot of people look at it, he's like a retard, you know. But like, okay, fine, put a nice face on him, you know, make him look beautiful. I think a lot of people change their attitude on him.
Right. But the thing is, the guy knows football. He can play.
Yeah.
And I was like, his dad is Archie. I'm gonna do it. His dad is Archie. He's gonna play. He went to Ole Miss. That was the alma mater. You know, Peyton's the only one that didn't go. He went to Tennessee, and I was like, that was a shock to the family. But you know, it was like, look, Tennessee's better for him. He wants to go there, so let him go there.
You know, if Eli just got the one Super Bowl, you know, and that year he was great in the playoffs. The defense was really good.
Yeah.
And then nothing else. It's like, okay, but that next one in 2012, the 2011 season,
The 2012 one shocked.
that was the one where it's like. He was different in that year. He was screaming at people. I noticed it was really weird watching him screaming at people.
Yeah.
Like really took.
He took charge. He woke people up because Wes Welker dropped the pass of all passes.
If he
Skip Bayless shows that every week.
Oh my God.
Skip Bayless will dig that clip up. Look at this perfect ball he threw. I'm like, Wes Welker was out of there after that year. He was gone. Belichick wasn't going to keep him around
You
no
know
more.
what, though? There was that chance. Ahmad Bradshaw fumbles. The
Yep.
Patriots don't get that ball. Victor Cruz is down at the 5-yard line, catches the ball, they pull the ball out. And it's a fumble recovery to the Patriots, but it was 12 men on the field. They blew that one.
Yep.
Hakeem Nicks fumbled, and the Giants, they had a lot of chances.
Yes,
That
it
game
was.
was very nailed.
It was like meant for them to lose. I said they're gonna lose this game. It's meant for them. It's in the cards because I was like, there's all this stuff happening. They can't get the ball, and I was like, you keep giving the Giants the chance, and it came down to that play, and Brady had him. He had the defense completely fooled. And he threw a perfect ball to West.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That's it.
I know Wes Welker was in the air, but he got both hands on it. Any quarterback, any receiver said you can get both hands on it, you should be catching it.
And he dropped it, and that was his career.
Thank fucking
And
God.
he created that position. Yeah, he created that position. People look at people like Edelman. I'm like, Edelman's position was created. Like Dallas went and got what's his name, Bailey. You know, they got him there. It's called the Wes Welker position. That little slot back. The little slot wide receiver position. The Wes Welker made a living off that for the Tom Brady. I'm like, Tom Brady made it. I'm like, he went to Denver with Peyton Manning when they won like 50 touchdowns or whatever. Peyton had that super season, and they still lost. And I was like, Wes Welker never got a Super Bowl. I won money off him.
I didn't know that. Wes Welker never got a Super Bowl.
No, he never got one.
Yeah, I know he was dynamite in Super Bowl 42.
Yeah.
When, you know, Troy Aikman's constantly, you know, they're always constantly saying they let Wes Welker kind of run free quite a bit there, you know, and that was the game plan was a lot of fucking blitzes, and it worked. It did a good job.
Oh hell yeah. They blitz all night.
Like, blitz?
4-3 blitz. I was like, that's the Sam blitz. I was like,
That was crazy.
I was like, that's a Sam blitz. That's a wild blitz.
I'll love Steve Spagnuolo forever, man. I'd love to meet the guy. The guy put together one hell of a defensive scheme that Super Bowl.
They had delayed blitzes. They had a corner blitz. They kept Brady on his shoes all night long. They said, we're going to blitz, blitz, and blitz.
And he kept fighting, though. The Tom
Yeah,
Brady's so
I
great.
said,
They
man,
still
that's
go
so
and
good.
drive in the very
Dump
end
it
to
off
get
the Wes Welker, and they were keeping the ball away from Randy Moss. When you keep blitzing, you're not giving Randy a time to get down there, and he's getting burnt out.
Who's that 22 for the Patriots back in Super Bowl 42? Should have Freeman? No, I don't. He should have intercepted the ball on Eli on that drive. Missed it. I mean, it was he had both hands on it. He managed to get both feet down, but he didn't catch the ball. And then I remember Eli Manning started screaming at David Tyree. It was a David Tyree ball on the side. Only David Tyree pulled up too early. What's that?
Was it Ingram or Tyree?
This one was Tyree. Tyree went way too shallow.
Oh,
He did a comeback like at 7 yards. He was supposed to do a comeback at like 10 or 15, and the ball looked like it was like thrown wrong. But the receiver ran the wrong route. He ran like 7 on a button hook. And then there he was, 22. I don't know who the fuck that was. Watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go watch that again.
Yeah, and he was. Yeah, if he gets that game was it was a
Normally, like they brought it on NFL Network.
It's the best. That's the best game I've ever seen. Well, besides the I did like the
one with the
Cowboy Giants
Patriots.
playoff game. Remember the Cowboy Giants playoff game?
Oh yeah, when it came
That
down
was
to the field
one of
goal.
my favorite playoff games. Remember Tony Romo and
Yeah,
and the
that's all-
popcorn ready. Remember the popcorn?
Oh, y'all thought we were finished? You thought we were through? The Cleveland Browns did that. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Cleveland Browns that did that. The Cleveland Browns did that. But you want to know what Brady did? Brady had to dig down deep and throw 5 touchdowns. Because that's what Tom Brady do. Five touchdowns to 5 different receivers. Tom Brady. I'm on the way home. You already know.